I feel like something has come between us.
I feel like that too, because we're late for our own stream because of things like this Pokey. Look at what Tifa made.
Pokey is adorable.
It even has a little stick to like put that into.
He's gonna be put in a pot.
Wow, what a prick. I know, right? Tifa is... Also, would you like to sit on stream or do you want to sit further away?
Every time I can go...
Can you move any slower?
Pokies are not fast.
They are deceptively fast. What a prick, he's beautiful. This is suddenly a not safe for work stream. However, hello Evie, congrats on being second and first. Nice. Hello Dark Lord, congrats on being third, just to spite Skinner. Hello Ranger, thank you very much for the resub. Love.
Love.
Hello Psycho, hello everybody, how are you doing? Happy Friday. As Tifa bumps into me because she was running around looking for things to show you on stream.
Yes.
That's why we're late.
Like I said, I need to show all of them off. I also made chickens. Chicken keychains. Look at how cute they are.
Tifa is bad at holding things into the camera. So for reasons, she made these chickens. Yeah, this works. And I think this one is absolutely adorable. And then she made another chicken, and that's this one.
I think that one is my favorite.
I think this one looks like it's flexing an arm this way. Or it has a really weird tail.
It's the tail. They're from... I believe they're the Stardew chicken designs.
That is possible, and I mean, they're chickens, and that's adorable, but this one is flexing a part of its body that I don't want to think about.
And I made keychains out of them, even though they're...
I made keychains out of them.
Technically true.
Yes. Händchen.
They're so cute.
Huhn
Small but cute.
Und Händchen. But yes, when I flex... Yeah, of course, everybody does that. Wait.
It doesn't look weird, right? Like
I feel my breast. Wow, Tifa talking about a Fuvio Mori reference.
Like I plan on giving the chickens away. It does not look weird, no? Like Jack's
no,
like,
Tifa.
oh, it looks so weird.
It
does not look like a chicken. This does look like a chicken, right?
It looks like the chicken is trying to flip you off.
No, it
with
doesn't.
Its tail thing.
It doesn't look like that at all.
Now she's beginning to doubt.
Now I'm beginning to doubt whether I should give them away. Thank you. It does look like a chicken.
Yes, but like it has
like
something
both look
happening
like chicken. See?
In its back.
They're like small, but I wanted them to be small.
So,
this one looks like a chicken the most.
That's a chicken. I mean, it's really cute, but I don't think I would use this as a keychain, which is what she made them. Made them into, because this seems like a waste as a keychain. First of all, it's too big.
Yeah, but now you can just hang them on the wall or something.
I
know he's not going to use them as a keychain anyway. But also just giving them loose like this, well, I could have made a little platform so that you can put them straight. But that also seemed weird.
You'll never lose your keys when we're on a chicken.
That is true.
It depends on what happens to the chicken.
You also can't put it in your pocket.
Unless you have really big pockets.
Like if you... Well, it's like a hand palm.
Like I wear men's pants, and I don't think I could fit this in my pocket. And I'm specifically saying men's pants because pants made for women basically don't have pockets. So that wouldn't work at all. Is it called a pokey because it pokies its head into the stream? What is Jack doing? Huh, I don't know. Pokey. You should take it. Like, yeah. Actually, wait. No, I should not do that here. You.
Give me back my pokey. This poor thing.
I realized what I was doing, man. Now you made it weird. Yeah, because I started laughing about it. And I realized where I was holding it.
Yeah, before it was cute.
Was it though? Now it looks like it's trying to watch.
It's like...
You know what's the weirdest about this? I've seen what you do when you get a fire flower. This pokey would not survive anything. Not if Tifa is in fire flower mode.
And I'm still gonna put him into a little jar, or a jar into a pot, like the bell sprout. And then he will find a place somewhere in this house.
Yeah. I need a Reina emote. We need a Tifa emote going cute mode. Like that. Can we... Oh wait, I've got the perfect idea. Can we make you take a selfie when I do this to you? Because I think that's pretty cute.
Cute. I don't think this is working.
This is adorable, isn't it? I think it looks adorable. I think it's wonderful. If it were a shy guy. We could also make a shy... Well, you could make a shy guy beat thingy. Because I hate doing that. It goes straight into my spine, makes it all tingly and I don't like it.
We should do a beating stream. Like, chill.
No.
Chillax.
No.
Make some designs.
Tifa, I want to throw this stuff onto the ground after 3.5 minutes. The precision of picking them up and putting them on a thing, and the slight hunched overness with it all, it does not make me feel good. I hate it. I like looking at them when they're done, but no.
When I do it for too long, I absolutely get what you mean, but I love the results more than the actual doing it.
Have you considered that maybe part of why your posture is the way it is, you slowly going into Gallon mode, is because of how you do this?
No, that was already before. Besides, we got this new table where you can... Where the top you can fold up so that you sit a bit higher. It's one of the best tables
it's nice
we
when
ever
you're having
bought.
dinner while watching TV.
Yeah, that too, and also to do this one, because then you sit a bit more straight.
How about we get you a height adjustable table, and then you can do that while standing. You're still gonna do the weird neck hunch over thing, but
we don't have one.
We can buy one. Question is, where would we put it?
Well, could replace this one.
And then where do we stream?
On it.
You see all the stuff that's in this room, but you would need to move first.
I'm thinking in solutions, you're only thinking in problems.
I like your approach, but and this is true for a lot of things Tifa says that seem like smart ideas outside of the context of things. You come up with solutions that really just cause more issues usually. Why don't we just replace the table, the desk we're sitting at? Because everything else in this room, it's an L-shaped desk.
That sounds very agile thinking of you.
I'm gonna agile all over you and tell you that your idea needs multiple more iterations. You happy? Can you code this quick? The bane of every IT guy. Yes. Why don't we just replace this one desk? I don't know, because it's not just... I mean, it is one piece of a desk, but it's an L shape. It's in the corner.
Yeah, as you can see, here behind me, you
That's
see the rest
still the
of
same
the
desk.
desk.
It's all the same thing.
That's still attached to this one.
Yes. And who had that custom made back then? Because he had the foresight that one day we might need this? This guy. Same person that had the glorious idea of painting this wall green to make it a green screen. True facts.
That wasn't even for a green screen back then. That was just because of your horrible choice.
No, I specifically wanted these walls green as a green screen. My horrible taste in color is why this wall and this wall is orange.
I think we've told this story before, but for those that don't know, every room in this house has its own color, and this one even has two. And we played Mario Kart for it when we moved in, and I don't even know why I agreed to Mario Kart.
Mario Kart 8, back on the Wii U.
Because I even knew I did not win all of them, but I could pick the rounds at least, and there were some rounds that I'm pretty confident in beating Jack in. And we played Mario Kart, and the winner
her mercilessly.
got to decide which wall we would paint which color. And unfortunately, I lost the majority, and now our room is orange wall, the one we're looking at, green wall. We have a gray wall in the living room, which is fine. We have wanted to have red in the bedroom, but it turned out to be a hideous pink, unfortunately.
It's
which we
not
still
pink, it's a bright red.
We have blue in the hallway.
Which turned out really nice.
And the one I won is left white. It was way too much.
Also, we don't have one wall in that color in every room. We have 2 walls. Like, 2 walls are one color and then the other 2 are white. Except in this room, like she just said, 2 of them are green because of green screen effect. And I really like orange, and I think this turned out great. And every time I sit here or sit there and I do things, I get to look at an orange wall. And it relaxes me. Because it's nice to look at. It relaxes me almost as much as looking at you while I'm working, except you also sometimes have the opposite effect, the positive.
I do have positive effects. Actually.
On whom? On whom, Tifa? On whom? You took an L with the furniture. Yeah, literally. Literally. Knowing the things I know now, we should have made this one a bit bigger to fill out more of a room. We kind of wasted some space, but...
If we ever reorganize.
Yes, maybe get you a standing desk in here.
Like we never thought of certain things.
Yeah, that's true. Afterwards, you look a cow in the ass, as we Dutch say.
At some point.
Hey,
For
Tifa,
now, it still works.
now that I've regained... Oh, I hope the microphone picked that up. Oh, I hope you all heard that pop. Oh, that did not feel nice. Not horrible, but also not good. It feels exactly the way it sounded, like unnatural.
Now that I've regained my back.
I wanted to say, now that I've regained 98% of my physical capabilities, and tomorrow technically is the first day of our gym subscription. Are you going with me?
Maybe. I'll think about it.
This is gonna be the same thing every single day. Are we gonna go to the gym together? I'll think about it. Are you though?
Yeah, I thought about it for a second.
And what was your solution that you ended at?
None. I just thought of something else before I could come to a conclusion.
You are aware that you're paying for it though, right? It's not like you only pay for it if you go there.
Yeah, but the first 2 times we went were for free, so technically I can feel like I included them in the first week of my payment.
That's not how that works. Like,
We'll see.
I see what you're trying to do, but no. No, I think I want to go tomorrow morning.
We'll see.
And don't say we've got anything better to do. We've done the grocery shopping for at least the weekend. We have no other plans.
We have cleaning up to do.
I'm going to the gym.
But we're also cleaning up.
I'm going to the gym.
We're doing both.
Listen, I've got a wonderful idea. I feel like going to the gym and you feel like cleaning up. We can both have what we want if you clean up and I go.
That's not how it works. I hope you guys have better plans than us.
Listen, I think my idea is wonderful and I'm pretty sure all of you agree. This is the moment where you agree with me. Anyway. Oh, Tifa. Oh, Tifa.
There's my tea.
Talking about compromises. Tifa, what happened the last time we played Higurashi Went Back Right Chapter 2 Watanagashi?
Oh, that's an easy one. The last time we played Higurashi When They Cry, on my favorite letter is X.
Already stalling.
No, I know. After we had a thrilling, I'm gonna call it a hall finale at the game store, trying to win board games with everyone, life went on as usual.
That
we
didn't
went
happen
back
last
to
time.
Yeah, that's why I said after. We started right after, but it makes more sense if I start with that line, just how you sometimes bring up something that happened 2 or 3 streams ago.
Tifa is going deep. She starts the recap at the second to last stream for all of your viewing pleasure.
So
I didn't expect
after that happened,
Okay.
life went back to normal, we went back to school, we started doing our normal club activities again, and unfortunately Keiichi lost badly. And as a penalty, he had to start dressing up as a maid and walk around the city carrying everyone's stuff home.
A maid including the hat ribbon and the underwear.
The whole package.
Yes.
Which, of course, was slightly embarrassing for Keiichi, so after he dropped off all the school supplies at their home, he decided to run home, where he bumped into his dad while still wearing the outfit.
Real quick, it turned embarrassing because he made it embarrassing. Even like Mion and Reina, who were with him, were like, just act like if you want to be weird about it, you could just play it off somewhat cool and go, hey, this is for a school play we're putting on and I'll be in a maid costume, ha ha ha, and in character.
Even then,
which he didn't.
Not really how it works.
He was mostly worried about his privates.
So our dad was all like, okay, we need to go have some father-son time together, I suppose. And we decided to go out for dinner.
No, I think more specifically it was like Keiichi went home, bumped into his mom, who was like, I'm not feeling well, can you and your dad just eat something?
She called. She called, or
his mom said, you just need to find something else to eat, I'm not feeling well. He bumped into his dad. His dad were like,
also, you interrupting the recap. It doesn't really matter why. Like I said, they're having father-son time and they're going out for dinner.
Yeah, carry on. Waiting.
Making it longer. So we decided to go to the maid cafe, which name was...
Angel Mord.
That one, which we've seen in chapter 1 before.
That we have never seen before, ever.
And his dad seemed to come there a bit more often because he enjoys...
Please, I implore you. Keiichi's dad seems to go there more often.
Yeah, what did I say?
Especially in the context of things, coming there more often is just... He seems to be a regular patron of this bar.
So we had a really cute waitress, all in costume, looked more like a magical girl than a maid outfit, but sure, whatever, we can argue about that. When suddenly we recognized the person as Mion.
As Mion.
I was gonna say something, but then it would have been weird. As Mion, so we thought, hey, it's time for some revenge. After she made so much fun of us for walking around in a maid costume, so we threw insult after insult at her, tried to embarrass her.
The insults were very much, oh, do you like it when the other guys are looking at you? Like...
It was awkward, it was weird.
Yes.
And then she's like, but I'm not Mion.
And then Tifa was like, that's a beautiful place to end the stream.
Basically. And that's where we are.
Jack, you just made that weird. I'm really good at that. Yes. Let's agree on Dragoon Maid. Yes, the maid costume, which you will most likely see in just a moment again, is inspired by the Dragoon design from Final Fantasy VI, I want to say. Is it 6? No. 4. 4? One of the earlier Final Fantasy entries. You know, the 2D ones from back then? Yes, that. Yes.
So yeah, so either Mion is trying to pull her leg, or her cousin looks like her, or she has a twin sister.
It has to be the twin sister.
Like, we're hopefully gonna figure that out now. Oh, and while we were doing this, our dad was in the bathroom taking way too long.
Yeah, he excused himself after a really weird scene. Just go back to the previous stream and watch it yourself. And he left, and he is currently still somewhere, not at the table, definitely. Yeah.
So we're having this awkward conversation by ourselves.
Yes.
And that's what happened last time on My Favorite Letter is X.
That's never gonna become a thing, Tifa. We can... I don't want us to steal the... That's what you missed on Glee part.
That's not what I said.
That's what you were thinking about for every single... You even have the cadence.
Yeah, but it wasn't what I was thinking of.
And what were you thinking of?
Nothing really.
I am both equally shocked and not surprised. She was thinking Dragon Ball Z.
That could also be...
Possibly. Funnily enough, I remember the... And that's what you missed on Glee. But I don't remember the Dragon Ball Z part. I know they say that a lot, because they do that, but I don't... Like, I can't hear it in my head if I want to recall the memory.
Like, the line is in the back of my head, but don't ask me where it's from. Probably 200 different shows.
Glee. Anyway.
No, definitely not Glee.
Meanwhile, Evie got
Glee
Black
even
Mage
has the
tonight
same
today.
quest, the same
Congratulations.
Hey, nice.
And Gunbreaker next. Nice. We don't have Gunbreaker yet.
No. You were thinking of Machinist. Machinist.
Machinist.
Choo choo.
The other one with a gun kind of thing. Tifa, are you ready?
That one I got to 70, and that's where our level cap is. What did you say?
I was thinking,
Also, you're bending Pokey.
do I give her a moment to go into this?
Pokey is still very...
I asked again, Tifa, are you ready?
I am ready. Go for it.
As she leaves the stream.
No, I'm just making sure Pokey goes back to a straight shape. There.
This is usually how she sits when she's beating too. Like,
I put the keyboards back on. Go for it.
Sure. Then I have to get everything to 100. And then 110, 120, and it always keeps going. Meanwhile, look.
But that can still be a fun grind. Like now I don't want to use certain characters because I'm like at the level cap. So it seems like a waste of XP to use them. Even though when I then switch back to it after a while because I have no choice. I forgot how I set up my buttons for it.
And that's a very you problem, yeah.
It really is.
Look, it's not Mion. What? I was taken aback at Mion's confusing words. If you're not Mion, then who are you? You're Mion Sonozaki, right?
She is a Sonozaki, I want to say. I'm sorry. I should have said this earlier, but... My name is Shion Sonozaki. Okay, so there you have it.
It even rhymes, it's like poetry. Do you think they also have a triplet brother called Hion?
It would be so bad.
Mion, Shion, Hion? You know? This will not be confusing. Not at all. No, never.
Not one bit.
George Lucas have anything to do with it? Possibly. If there's a scene with sand, we will know.
Mion is my older sister.
My eyes unconsciously widened with surprise from this brazenly crazy talk. Mion, probably thinking that there was no such way a far-fetched excuse would work, turned bright red while fidgeting nervously. Shion? Shion Sonozaki?
Yes. I'm often mistaken for my sister.
But when we met, you had the kind of response that you wouldn't make if we were meeting for the first time.
That's because my sister's always talking about you, so I knew who you were.
A little bit of a cringe-worthy excuse, that is. But when I looked at Mion's eyes, which begged me to believe her, the urge to tease completely subsided. To us, Mion had to be a leader who was normally overflowing with confidence, a guiding force. If I were to lash out at that Mion, I would have ruined something I shouldn't have. It was something I would never wish for. So I understand. This foolishness here is something very different from the everyday Mion. That's why she's Shion. I see. In that case, I'm sorry.
Oh no, as long as you understand. My sister has a lot of enemies, you see?
Well, now she's self-aware of the fact, now is she. As I unintentionally laughed aloud, Shion laughed with me. Shion, is this your first time being a waitress? It doesn't seem like you're used to it.
Actually, today is... Keiichi is my first customer.
It's a very small world full of coincidences, isn't it? A little flustered after saying that, she quickly asked if it was okay for her to refer to me the same way her sister did. Seeing that blatant quirk was so cute, I couldn't stop laughing. So, you said you worked part-time at your uncle's store before? I thought you would have been more used to it.
Oh, I have other relatives that run shops. That's why this is the first time I'm helping the uncle that owns this place.
I see, makes sense. Anybody would be tentative doing a job they weren't used to. Does Mion ever help out at the store?
Oh, my sister is, you see. She's not good with these cutesy things.
I know what she's trying to say. That's right. Mion is more suited for cool things. So I think having you help out here was the right choice. Huh? Well...
Oh. You already said that.
I'm not the character.
Huh?
Shion asked, probably thinking she misheard me. That uniform, it would never suit somebody like Mion, but for Shion I think it works. Is it normal to speak of somebody in the third person in Japan like this?
Well, he still believes she's messing with him. Huh?
Oh yeah, fair enough.
You mean that,
Shion, like Reino often does, spaced out and turned bright red.
What does that mean exactly?
At least for this moment it felt like this Shion character actually existed. Because there was no way that the Mion I knew had this side to her. At that moment we realized that the more veteran waitress was waving at us from across the room.
So Nozaki-san, you can take your break now. Oh, okay.
Mion finally returned to her senses. It seemed as if it was time for her to take a break.
If we're her first customer, and she's already taking a break now. She's been working for like 10 minutes.
I mean, we don't know what she's done behind the counter. Maybe she was working in the kitchen before it, helping out. Maybe they were short-staffed. We don't know.
It's like 1 break per customer.
1 break per interaction with customer.
I feel like sometimes that is necessary.
I mean, do we know how old she is?
If you've worked in customer service, you know that can be very necessary.
It should be like that sometimes, yes. But also, like, how old is she? Because...
Did she say older or younger sister?
Mion is the older sister, she said.
And Mion, it was like 17.
I want to say she was supposed to be like 17, yeah.
Well, then she's probably 18, 19.
She's the younger sister.
Younger? Oh,
yes.
16 then.
16 and a half.
I want to say anything under 16 they wouldn't at least put in this outfit.
No. Do we need to talk about the age of consent in 1980s Japan again?
Oh, yeah, true, 14.
13.
Okay, she's 13. Anything under they wouldn't put into this outfit. No, I'm gonna guess 16.
It feels really bad. What if they're actually twins and Mion technically is the older sister by like 1 minute and 32 seconds?
I mean, it is a possible.
Technically not a lie. Serves 1 cup of tea. Break time, yes.
Piece of cake. Time for a break.
I want to play Xenoblade 2 again.
Well then, I'll take my leave. It was fun talking to the infamous Keiichi.
Sorry for mistaking you for Mion and teasing you. Please tell Mion that I will have my revenge one day.
That thing where you were forced to dress as a maid and walk around outside, right?
That devilish laugh and smile was exactly the same as the one I knew. That's right. Tell her that I will return the favor for the total humiliation I suffered.
More importantly, I'm going to complain to my sister about the teasing I had to endure today.
Yes.
My sister will have my revenge during your club activities.
Bring it on. I'll get her before she gets me.
Also, wait. If she's younger.
Yes. Shouldn't she still be in the same school because we have a class with everybody from every age group? Nothing makes sense, people.
We only have 1 classroom.
Maybe she doesn't go to the same. Maybe she's homeschooled.
I don't think homeschooling in Japan
Maybe she dropped out.
Is homeschooling in Japan a thing? No, right?
Even if it's not a thing, doesn't mean somebody isn't doing it.
I don't think that's even. I only know 1 country that does homeschooling, and that's the US.
I think you also have it in Germany.
No, that's not legal.
I think there are people that do that anyway.
Well, whether they do it or not doesn't change the fact that it's not legal.
I look that up. I do not know that.
I'm gonna look this up. I'm quite sure Japan does not have a homeschooling system.
Or maybe it's all a ruse, yes. Why does this all kind of, like, the way things line up, this all seems like the fever dream that Keiichi is having while slowly dying in that phone booth from having torn out his own throat? Things don't really line up in my brain, at least. Mion laughed with a warm smile devoid of any remaining nervousness and disappeared into the bag. felt like I had a very valuable experience today. That's right. For now I know the high and mighty Mion has a weak point to panic and get embarrassed about. But of all things, for her to say that she has a twin sister? See? Twin.
I mean, she didn't say twin.
Keiichi said it.
Oh.
I thought that maybe I should ask Reina tomorrow if she really has a sister. But maybe it's better that I didn't ask. It's a bit mean-spirited. How is that me?
Because you're calling her out on the lying, on the tricking.
Hey, Reina, did you know that Mion has a twin sister? Oh no, that's so cute. How do you know about that? Oh yeah, I shouldn't tell you where I went yesterday.
Yeah, but if it's not true, I think is what he's...
I've decided that the person I met here today was Shion, the younger twin sister. So I'll refrain from doing anything that would deny that. It's not that we actually made a promise or anything. That little exchange gave birth to a new rule between me and Mion. Somebody tapped me on the shoulder. It was my dad.
Whoa, about time.
It was a long trip to the washroom. Also, wait. Here's a new theory for you. Shion is Keiichi's dad.
Well, we haven't seen them in the same room. Actually, yes, we have. Yes, we have.
No, we haven't.
Yes, we have. He went to her and was like, hey, you forgot the dessert that comes with this menu. And she was like, oh no, I will have to check.
That could have just that could have definitely been Keiichi being an unreliable narrator and the dad waving down a different waitress and then her telling somebody, and then dad excused himself, got dressed and came back as Shion.
I'm not even taking you seriously.
He probably came up with a new idea for an art piece when he was sitting on the can. Shion was a delusion. Everything could be the truth here. I don't know. Maybe it's the swamp gas.
I guess some artists go through great lengths to get experience. To get inspiration is what I wanted to say.
Yeah, if it needs the soft touch of a dragoon mate's underwear on your...
of a maiden's hand.
Yeah, I was thinking... Yes, let's go with that. Do you remember what I was talking about underwear, right?
Yeah, but I didn't go with underwear. I was not gonna make it weird.
Yeah, but I start with underwear and when you go on her hand, it's like that.
I finished the other half of the line.
The underwear doesn't go on my hands.
I was finishing the other half of the line.
Do like silk gloves count as underwear? Maybe we can both have a point here. Oh, Mion was too far away. Ah, no. Possibly. Keiichi, you about ready? Let's go home. When did we eat the desserts? Settling the bill, already. My father... Yes, and now the dad reappeared.
Yeah, time skip.
Settling the bill, my father had his customer card stand. It was pretty much filled. Damn, Dad, you're quite a regular customer. Was that new waitress just now somebody you know, Keiichi? Oh, so you were watching from the shadows. Dad had his dessert. In the bathroom. Oh my god. Yeah, no.
It was creamy.
And I make it weird?
That was not making it weird. Maybe it was.
Jesus fucking Christ, Tifa. It's completely innocent. Keiichi's dad is currently on a high-protein diet, so he ordered the desserts, but he expected Keiichi to eat them because he's still growing. The dad, in his pocket, had one of those high-protein yogurts, but he doesn't want Keiichi to know that he's going through like a bulking phase in his diet. So he excused himself. He said he was going to the bathroom. He just went somewhere off screen and quickly ate the yogurt to get more protein.
Unlike you guys, I saw the menu and the dessert was a creamy whipped cream pie. Creamy. It's creamy.
Jack, stop. It's too late. I said the words. There is no... It's this game, people. Dad has the oddest sense of tact sometimes. Somebody from school? From Hinamizawa? Yeah, she's the little sister of my friend Mion. Her school isn't in Hinamizawa, so she must go to one in town.
Why does she go to a different school though?
I've never seen her at my school.
Gonna call oyashiro-sama. I think he was already here and then left. Hopefully.
555 curse.
I think we've been cursed enough.
So not all the kids in Hinamizawa go to the same school? Only about half. The other half go all the way into town on their bikes.
You know, this can make sense, but not if you have 2 kids. Why would you send one to one school and the other to the different one?
Well, it's clear which one is your favorite, no?
Well, maybe the other school is better, you don't know.
Yeah, and you only had money to afford one of them.
Yeah, but then we don't know which one is the favorite.
Good point. It has to be Mion, who probably murdered multiple people before her little happening with Keiichi. In this way, the feeling that I was really talking to Shion came to me. What would I say to Mion tomorrow? I met your little sister! Something like that. Even with Mion being like that, us having a secret between the two of us made me both a little happy and a little embarrassed. Happy music, well. Alright. This music reminds me of Reciteer.
2 tips. Oh, a little. I kind of feel like playing that again.
We should. Then need to make another overlay thing again.
Oh, you want to stream that again?
Yeah. Is there really a Shion? Let's start with that one. I need answers.
No, well, it's always a chill game.
Mion-san's family?
Yeah, more broadly, I was just wondering if she had any brothers or anything. I was actually wondering whether her younger twin sister named Shion really existed. And my curiosity got the better of me, so I quietly asked Satoko about it.
I wonder. She might not.
Just say you don't know. She wasn't being very clear about it. Had Satoko never gone over to Mion's house to play? From your reaction, I guess you've never met any.
Yes, I've never seen any of her relatives except for her grandmother.
As far as I could tell, there were already dark clouds over the Shiona's real theory.
Rika would know more than I. You would do well to ask her.
Satoko waved to Rika-chan, who was basking in the sunlight.
Rika, do you know anything about Mion-san's family?
Oh, you mean the people that dismembered that one guy?
Yeah, they have the head in the closet.
on a display.
It's wrapped in an airtight bag.
Above the entrance to, like, the living room or something. Rika-chan was surprised at the sudden question.
Mi has a big family, so I don't really know everything about them.
That many, huh? For example... Is there someone named Shion Sonozaki? Well, I might have heard wrong, so she might not actually exist, but...
You mean she? Shion exists.
Huh? That was unexpected. So she was real.
Their names are quite similar, you know. I could get tongue-tied trying to tell the difference.
I've heard she's my younger twin sister, but I haven't met her too many times. Wait, did Shion actually introduce herself as twin sister or only younger sister?
Younger sister.
Okay.
But I mean, they look like copy-pasted.
That doesn't have to mean much with siblings, though. I know siblings that are a couple years apart and also look very much alike.
I would say with twins it's more likely.
I mean, yes, but...
Rika-chan knew a bit about her as well, but hadn't seen her much.
I think I met her once at a funeral a few years ago.
She's not in this class, so maybe she goes to a school in Okinomiya.
She may live there too. Mion-san herself lives apart from her family with her grandmother, after all.
Oh, that explains some things, I guess.
She didn't live with her parents. That was a bit odd. Was there something between them?
It's a very complicated family.
She seems to have many relatives. There are doubtless many different circumstances.
For now I learned that she had a younger twin sister named Shion, but her family structure, including her own position, still seemed very mysterious.
Oh, what are the three of you talking about? Let this old man in on it.
Oh, Mian-san, you've come at a good time. Might it be true that you have a younger twin sister?
See, why not just... Nah, Mion.
Yeah, but we didn't want to call her out on it. A younger sister? Well, yeah, I do.
Why would you be embarrassed about that? I don't get that. Mion grew uncharacteristically red in the face, at a loss. I think she's looking at me.
Oh my, I had no idea. What kind of person might she be? I would very much like to meet her sometime.
You shouldn't bother. She's not cute at all. She's really conceited. Besides, other than talking to her on the phone once in a while, I haven't seen her for a long time either.
Why did it look like she was in such a panic? It's like she was declaring that the Shion from yesterday was actually a fake. Anyway, this was pretty funny, so I let it go for a little while longer. And have a Mion under the name of Shion. Will I be able to see her if I go to that restaurant again? I had a mysterious feeling as if I'd made a new friend despite knowing that she and Mion were the same person. Why does he still think they are the same person?
Well, I think especially because of her reaction. It's like she got caught in the lie and then she's like, oh yeah, totally, I got a twin sister. That's why you also can't really ask her, like, if you lie to me and go like, hey, I am Snack, Jack's twin brother, and then I ask you, hey, do you have a twin brother called Snack? And then you go like, yeah, of course I do.
But I am a snack.
Yes, you are.
No, too late. No, I'm sorry. The laugh was hurtful. The reply came too late. No.
Yeah, but you are the Snack. Your twin brother is only called Snack.
I'll allow it. Intense tips music. It goes pretty hard.
It really does. Super mysterious.
Also, how in the name of fuck did Keiichi forget about Angel Mort in chapter 1 when he went there with ooishi-san?
These are complete different stories. 100%.
How?
Or we didn't even met ooishi-san yet.
No, of course not.
Yeah, but then we also didn't go to Angel Mort yet.
Wait.
If we didn't go to Angel Mort yet, because we didn't met ooishi-san, then of course he doesn't remember being in Angel Mort yet.
No. I'll cut through your words. It doesn't matter. Either way...
You started this!
It doesn't matter because either way, if we went there the first time with his dad now and then later with ooishi-san, he seemed like he didn't know the place in both instances.
That is true.
If he had been there with ooishi-san first and now went with his dad, how can he be surprised about what kind of place this is?
Yeah, true.
Bam! I cut through your words, Tifa.
You can't really cut through my words because I've said these are two completely different stories.
Yeah, you say that, but that means nothing. What do you mean when you say that?
That you have to treat them as like, go with different universes or something. Unrelated.
No. I do not think that.
Well, for now, I'll think that.
I do not believe for a moment, you just agreed with her, Jack, it seems like that at face
Jack
value.
doesn't know what he thinks, yeah.
But really, my idea is much better than hers and in no way comparable. It will become clearer as time goes on, don't worry. Gaslighting 101.
Just wait. The moment it becomes clear that this might be different universes, like I told you so.
It's the swamp gas. I do not believe that the different chapters of Higurashi are like looking through a kaleidoscope, where every chapter we see is a different iteration of versions of these characters happening in the same place.
Until we learn something else or that proves otherwise, I will stick to it.
Did I hurt your feelings that much when I called it in 999 that you now have to just go with that too?
No, but there's nothing that shows otherwise so far.
My gut feeling is different.
I mean, that could definitely be, but like I said, as long as there's nothing else.
Good old Jack the Snack. Thank you. But
It's the way
Keiichi
it
just
is.
went for the first time. Unless... What if it's more like a pair of dice?
As in?
What do you mean?
Oh, I thought you said that. I can't
Yeah.
see the last line. I'm too small.
Have you tried growing? Yeah, that's on me, wait. There, can you see it now?
Yes, now I can.
For some reason the settings on our little screen up there changed again without me touching anything. Oh well. So why does this not have a background song? Why do we get super intense tips music but hear nothing?
Well, when you read, usually all sound in the background disappears. And now we're reading the newspaper.
Fair enough. Reprinted from the Victorious War Photographer's Guide, April issue. Complete Conquest Analysis, Family Restaurant chapter. Thank you, Cascaders. Now at last we come to the blazing hot third day. To Angel Moore, a super famous restaurant and the envy of all enthusiasts, despite being located in the remote Shishibone city of Prefecture. Why exactly do the most famous stores avoid the centers of human habitation? It can only be because it is a trial given to us by the god of war photography. It's famous locally for having the best desserts in town, but that matters not to us.
The best desserts, huh? That whipped cream pie.
Something like that. If you want expensive desserts, then you can just go to a censored place or something. We aim not for sweet treats, but for sweet teats. I mean, sweet uniforms. I couldn't not do it. The fragrant aroma of Are you for real?
I mean, I can imagine they're really warm.
Why do I have a strong feeling that whoever wrote that article was writing it a bit slower because they were typing one-handed.
Don't forget, it's a really hot day. They're in a place with big windows, which means heat will start building up inside. And they're probably wearing these thick maid outfits.
Thick with CK or with CC?
Probably both.
Full of pheromones. Yeah, I have a feeling that the person writing this intended this to be read like this. We've come back around to that's a good thing. Yes, and this time I'm even pronouncing the word correctly.
Well.
Now, the fragrant aroma of sweat wafts from these obligatory waitress uniforms, creating no less than a public torture device. How can their bashful flirtation be on par with all the other restaurants with cute uniforms all across the country? War photography hunter. Away!
What?
The smoking areas are the real superpositions. Aim for your chance at them with the tenacity of an octopus. Ryu? Yesterday I failed to get seating. Today I will aim for the ultimate golden seat, the corner box in the smoking area. Otaku are overwhelmingly non-smokers, so I'll procure a spot in the smoking area and set up camp there. As expected of Ryu the Hunter. He's saying his victory was decided the moment he chose his seat. In actuality, Ryu used the same tactic during the grand opening of Akihabara's and succeeded in getting the best seats in the house. Back then, he also went early in the afternoon, just after the lunch rush, and not only did he find his target seat empty, he also obtained it with ease.
I'm a bit confused. What?
By utilizing tricks such as ordering a little at a time, he effectively increased the number of opportunities for engagement, carefully scoping out his chance for a picture. But, as if cursed by that from the day before, the god of war photography did not smile upon him. After suffering successive firm defeats until 3 p.m., he finds no chance coming his way. And after 4 p.m. a man began to take his orders. It looks as though he has been seen through. It is the rule of a hunter to withdraw with grace, once marked. Ryu, mine was perfect, but the fog technique I used at 2:30 seemed to have backfired. Maybe they were wary since I sat in a booth and left my bag on the floor. Perhaps a hidden camera and a bag trick is already an old hat. If there were 2-digit EGs involved for sticking here half a day, I'd have a high encounter rate. I am mortified. Even so, he still got a few pieces of gold, as to be expected from the hunter. He attained this nice angle despite lamenting his failure. He is an artisan. More surprising though is that this uniform conquest across Japan has yielded not a single arrested person. What an amazing start for the hunter who brags about having been to approximately half of the total prefectural police stations in the country. That thing the day before. The day before, our hunter took on the shrine maiden cuisine in Nagoya. His hunter spirit showed through too zealously, and as soon as he entered the store he was seen through, placed in a booth and waited on by the head priest. Despite waiting half a day, the much anticipated shrine maidens appeared only at the time of his first order. A seriously huge blunder for a hunter. Did you get it by now?
No.
I have a strong feeling that these people are trying to take creep shots, as in upskirts.
But why is that the best place for it?
I don't know, because if he sits in a certain spot, more people will walk past him. As in more people dressed as maids.
Well, I still don't get it.
Hence the whole camera in the back thing, because they wear skimpy outfits.
Yeah, but what's the whole thing with the best seat in the smokers area?
I'm guessing it's positioned in a way that all of the maids, between getting food and other stuff, have to walk past him.
But it was in a corner.
Yeah, I don't know the layout of the room.
So the chance of walking past
There is
him...
no layout of the room, you just have to accept it from the details given.
But we've seen the picture! And if it's in one of those corners, that's not a path they walk past a lot, I want to say.
The backgrounds are there to give you a general image, not a full detail.
Oh, well, I could have done without this article.
Algorithmically designed to be the most accessible to whatever his twisted ends are. Oh, I can tell you what his twisted ends are. His twisted ends are to twist his end to the pictures he took. This is really twisted. Do you remember the amount of conversations we had about phones not being plugged in the Maebara residence?
Yeah, but that makes sense. This, doesn't make sense.
They are perverts. We're reading a news article about creeps trying to take upskirt shots of, by our standards, very much underage girls.
But have you seen the outfit? There is no upskirt shot. They're literally wearing underwear. They're walking around in underwear. There is no upskirt shot.
There's still a difference of seeing it from eye level and from seeing it from the ground. Tifa is so innocently naive, she doesn't get the appeal of it.
I don't think I need to understand this.
And bragging about being arrested. I mean, yeah, I would figure once you are in that type of circle, your morals and your values are slightly different than ours, you know. Now then, here we have the giveaway of a hunter's original photographs that always receive such high praise. We'll present one passionate reader with 3 all-you-can-eat low-angle pictures of the Angel Moore uniforms, chosen by the hunter himself.
Well, there you have it.
With such blazing hot pictures, you too can become a a war photographer today. Thank you for not showing those.
Maybe press, what was it, the Z button?
P. As in pictures, but no. Okay, yeah, that was not fun. What the hell? What the...
Just overwrite them.
That was a very important tip for somebody. Yeah.
Well, not for me.
Yeah. I feel like I need to wash out my mouth. How about we take a short break?
Oh, BRB.
Yes, please. BRB. Bam!
We're back.
I try to imagine how many people are involved in even publishing that magazine.
Too many. That's probably the worst part.
Yeah. One weirdo who has access to a printing place. Probably with too much money on their hands. One person to write the articles. And at least one other person to take the pictures, called the hunter. Potentially all of these people are one and the same, but somehow I think
I doubt
that people like that somehow always build networks, and yeah, it's way more people than you and I would hope.
Besides plenty of pervs.
Yeah, it just kind of tells you it's a place with a reputation. I mean, just because certain groups of fucked up people do that kind of shit doesn't mean that other people know about it.
Yeah, but these are the places that attract those creeps, and they know it because that's where they get their money from.
Yeah, I guess the question is like the same with Hooters and stuff like that. Like, how many creeps do you want to attract before you realize this is really how I want to make my money? Not everybody that goes to these places is a weirdo, but I want to say it's more inviting to them. But
Especially if the food is
get
average.
away with anything, though. Yeah, I mean, if they notice, you know.
I want to
If they
say
realize.
it depends on the place. You have plenty of shady places that would just let you.
Talking about shady, look,
It's chi.
Chie.
Yeah, but you said shady. Talking about shady. Didn't rhyme.
No, I see what you were trying, but that also failed spectacularly.
Yeah, I'm tired. Doesn't help.
Get untired.
Doesn't work. Listen up, everybody. If you don't take cooking seriously, somebody's going to get hurt. This is part of your education as well, so don't fool around and do it seriously.
Lazy?
Yeah.
Wafted through the class in response. Half of the school day today was going to be a home economics class. The plan was for everybody to make curry rice and give it to the forest rangers who let this building be rented out as a school. That's really nice, actually. If everybody were making curry in the same pot, it would have been more of a party-like atmosphere, but this was a school after all. Excluding the younger students, each one of us would be making our own curry with the results being judged.
Alright, everybody. It may be that nowadays curry is an easy meal anybody can make, but it has its roots in traditional Indian cuisine. Even though we've altered it a bit in the Japanese style, it's still instilled with the knowledge and culture of ancient India. Absolutely do not neglect that fact. I'll have words with anybody who doesn't take this seriously, so be prepared for that.
How exactly do you keep in mind ancient India while you make a Japanese curry?
Well,
Do you
think
listen
about-
to Bollywood music? Or like what exactly is the expectation here?
you just have to think about it while cooking, I guess.
Let me think. Listen, I don't know like the history curriculum in Japan. I can tell you that I didn't learn much about India outside of like, oh, the Brits conquered them and then eventually they gained freedom and stuff.
Well, now you learned that they make curry.
Yeah. That seemed like a needlessly passionate sermon on curry. Well, whatever.
So you didn't keep in mind for thousands of years they made curry?
No, I'm super grateful because I love Indian food. I love curries. They're delicious. If I had to pick one food I eat for the rest of my life for every meal, it would be some Indian dish.
Indian would definitely be higher on the list.
But I don't know what thinking about ancient India is going to achieve with my cooking. I also don't know anything about ancient India. So.
They had curry.
Good.
It's rumored that Chi-sensei has devoted her life to curry. She'll probably be a pretty strict judge.
As long as you're not failing, your grade in home ec doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter at all.
I wouldn't say that if I were you. The teacher's a tyrant when it comes to curry.
What the heck does that even mean? A curry tyrant? Never heard of that before. Curry Tyrant is an amazing name for an Indian restaurant that only serves exclusively super spicy food.
You see, our normally mild-mannered teacher, for some unfathomable reason, is a stickler for curry.
Why do you see phantoms everywhere?
What did I say?
You never say... You seem to be incapable of
Unfathomable.
saying unfathomable.
Unfathomable.
No, not unfathomable.
Well, now it is. You can't unfathom this.
It's Tifa's countryside accent. A current. But
The worst thing is I was thinking it.
Curry tyrant is never mine. Unless you really ask nicely.
Unyieldingly so. Yeah. It's said that every year she goes on a journey to India to research mythical curry. What falls under that?
This is just a rumor, but it seems that she eats curry rice 3 meals a day.
Curry rice?
Curry with rice.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, is there a special rice for curry? Because we're...
Probably there are some that pair better with it, but...
And if she occasionally has something else, it always has to be curry flavored.
I do love curry crisps.
I get that though. Like, have you had curry? It's delicious. That's so fantastic.
And you have so many variations.
I brushed up on my young people slang and I got that line. I got that joke, Dark Lord. Good one. I mean...
And what does it mean for the people who did not?
I will explain that to you after the stream. As to embarrass myself if I get it wrong. Curry in Japan is understood as a curry stew with rice. There you go.
Yeah, that makes sense, but you specifically said curry rice.
Yes, with rice. It's just how I say it. That's not unyielding, that's unnatural. Is she part of an evil cult or something? Besides, doesn't curry top the list when it comes to junk food? Curry 3 times a day is just weird, nutritionally speaking, and... You shut your mouth, Keiichi Maebara. Indian food is amazing and I will not have you slander it. Embedded into the table right by my fingertips, a chef's knife, ladle and spatula hummed gently as they still quivered. The teacher, while still mixing her own pot, was looking this way, smiling.
Well, this has to be really hard. Like cooking for one person. I don't think I've ever made a one person sort of meal.
Why?
Or a curry.
I've cooked for one person a bunch of times, usually when you're flittering about doing whatever, abandoning me. But usually I just make enough food for 2 people and then I eat one half one day and the other half the next day.
Yeah, that's easy, you know. Like if you make a curry, I don't think it's usually for like 4 people, I want to say, and then it's like for the next day or even the day after.
Like I can spend 30 minutes cooking for one person, I can spend 35 minutes cooking for 2 people or 2 days. So it just seems more economical that way. If you didn't get it, you might be a little skitty. I'll go straight back down the toilet.
Kei-chan, shh! If you say any more, you'll be sleeping with the fishes.
Saying even a little bit more would make my situation a lot more dire. Yeah. Just be serious and make your curry properly and everything's good, alright?
I don't think it's going to be that easy today. Look, Mi-chan is...
It's written all over her face. If a playing field is even and we're being judged, there's no way this won't turn into a competition.
It looks like we're all on the same page. Oh. It's a cooking contest!
You mean a contest? Like Mortal Kombat!
You're a Mortal Kombat?
I knew it! There's no way Mion would leave such an enticing event alone.
How shall we determine the victor?
All based on the grade.
By how the teacher judges it?
As I'm saying, but wait, there's more. The teacher reappeared with a principal in tow.
The purpose of today's event is to show appreciation for the people at the Forestry Service, so they'll be judging the results with me.
Yep, your teacher and I, as well as 5 people from the Forestry Service, will be judging your cooking. Good luck to everyone. Even the principal. Looking around, it seemed like the interests of everybody in the class had been piqued.
So that's what's happening. This isn't going to just be some casual curry cook-off.
That sounds like the name of a British cooking show.
Reina's good at making curry. I'm not going to lose today.
My grade is cooking in a group, so I'm together with Rika.
That's unfair. I'm pretty sure that Rika is good at cooking.
My curry is so tasty it will send shivers down your spine.
What about Mion? She doesn't seem like she is too good at cooking. Her type has always been bad at this kind of thing. Mion continued to look unconcerned.
I'll tell you what Kei-chan is thinking right now. Mion is definitely bad at cooking. Am I right?
Yeah, her type. Yeah. I don't like the way she said that. It couldn't be. Mion couldn't possibly.
Kitchen princess.
At that moment, the teacher's whistle sounded.
Alright, everybody, are you ready? Be very careful with the knives. And start.
The call to arms has sounded.
How long do we have?
Until we're done, I guess. Tomboys. Yes, of course, that's what he meant. Hello, King Fossil. Happy Friday.
Can still cook really well. But
yeah.
he's never had, also everything he said, but he's never had her cooking, so. And the time he did have, there was a needle in it.
Which, according to you, didn't happen here because this is a different story.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, chronologically, if it is all the same story, happens way after this.
Yeah, I know.
I would say learning how to cook is a great skill to have. Every time you want tasty food, if you know how to make it yourself, you're golden. You just need your ingredients.
Well, the nice thing that in Japan, it's part of your lessons.
You also
you
have
learn a lot about
classes like this in Germany.
Yeah, but not on the same scale.
I don't know about that. I've never been to a school in Japan.
Like we had cooking at school too, but it was maybe like 3 classes. Like where you actually had to cook.
Yeah,
in
unfortunately the same over here. I could have done that like as an after curricular class, like after school. I was like, no, I will not spend more time at school.
But from all the bits and pieces I've seen from what you get in school, you get so much more about healthy diets, about cooking itself, preparing meals.
Yeah, I guess. When you can cook but you're too lazy. But that's great too, because one day you might not feel too lazy for it, and then you can just do whatever you want.
And even for easy dishes, it comes in handy.
Yeah.
Like especially after work, I don't feel like standing in the kitchen for an hour.
Yeah, good thing I make like 75% of dinners.
Yeah, because you work from home.
Yes.
But I'm just saying, like after work, you don't really feel like it.
Yeah, but aren't you blessed to have such a loving, wonderful boyfriend such as me?
Sure. I'm very happy when I come home and food is on the table.
It would have been way sweeter if the line ended at, I'm very happy when I come home.
I'm also very happy when I come home, but when I come home and I'm hungry, I'm slightly less happy, because then the hangry takes over.
Fair point. Hangriness is a real issue in the world.
Yes, definitely. It is. So yes, but there is like this little bit that weighs in stronger.
Psycho, if you're not feeling too lazy to make it, what is your signature dish that you feel you make the best? Not like maybe compared to like other people or whatever, but the dish, if somebody had to ask you, like make me the dish you feel most confident about, what would you make? I think...
That's a good question actually.
What would I make?
Nothing vegan. Well, that's fine.
That's perfect. Just because I can't eat it doesn't mean other people can't enjoy it. I think I would go with something simple. If we're talking about breakfast, I would make pancakes. I can make really good pancakes.
True.
Yeah. Asking me is pointless. I remember, Evie, once you telling us that you don't cook. There you go. Princess can't cook. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I wouldn't even know what I would...
My chili is pretty good, even though Tifa once destroyed my soul by telling me she likes my dad's chili better than mine.
He once made a really good chili. What would my signature dish be?
The thing about my dad's cooking is... my dad's cooking is like Russian roulette on the quality scale. 5 out of 6 times it misfires. Like you can eat it, but it won't be amazing. But every now and then a spark will light the sun in his cooking soul, and he will make a dish where you go, Why can't it always be like this? Apparently that chili was one of them.
And his cookies the other day, or the other day, he made them for Christmas?
Yeah.
Or was that Easter? That was Christmas. Those were delicious.
That was true.
Those were perfect cookies.
Basically scrambled eggs with diced bacon and tomato from a can. That I never realized this, but eggs and tomatoes make a great pair.
I make that quite
on the
often
dish,
as well for breakfast.
Yeah.
Like get some tomatoes, eggs, couple spices. It's divine. It's one of my favorite things for breakfast.
Yeah.
So good.
How am I supposed to read this, Dark Blood? I-I-B-I-O-I-Fo.
I get the faux part.
I get the faux part. That's Vietnamese soup, right? Like a stew kind of dish, I think.
I gotta say, I had pho once. I was slightly disappointed in it.
Yeah, but I think that was...
But that could also have been the place, so I still need to try it like again.
I think
more like an udon.
It was
soup
definitely a restaurant.
Or ramen type of person.
Yeah. Oh, also, Tifa found a recipe online for the best ramen dish ever. And we wrote that down. And
that was really good. What was it called? Chiboki?
Something like that, yeah.
It's a Korean one that's like part noodles, and you can also add like rice cakes?
Yeah.
Rice cakes in it. It is so good.
And we've been to actual ramen restaurants because I was like, wow. I only know ramen from like these packages, you know. I mean, I can add stuff to it, but that's not real like restaurant ramen, right? So we've been to restaurants and we're like, yeah, it's not bad, it's good. Usually it's expensive over here, but it's tasty. But then we made that ramen dish that Tifa found accidentally.
That was like the best thing ever. We should have that again next week.
It's like it's like procreation, but in your mouth. That was an accident. I was feeding my cat.
Okay, that explains it.
That is so cute. Then I love the message even more. Hi to the cats, by the way. Give him extra treats for that. Meanwhile, we had to use an outdoor kit to cook the rice, but it wasn't that difficult for a camping veteran like me. Put the rice into the canister, push your palm to the bottom, and fill with water just above the wrist.
Oh, I've never seen the palm thing.
Never done like that myself either.
Are you alright with only that much water? If you don't put in more, it could be bad.
You filthy liar. If I put in any more, it'll just be left with some half-cooked porridge.
Also, unpopular opinion, I like the half-cooked porridge.
It's disgusting.
I really like it when rice gets like sticky.
Sticky is one thing.
Sticky rice or overcooked rice is the best.
Sticky rice is one thing, but if you leave Tifa to her own devices, any noodles and rice she will cook for you basically becomes pudding with texture.
Hey, I usually keep that in mind when I cook for other people.
Which is really sweet of you. Thank you for adopting that.
I only overcook my own ramen.
That's true. That's true.
Or when I forget it. And then everyone gets overcooked noodles.
She made me try the way she cooks her noodles once. I almost threw up. It's so disgusting.
It's so nice.
Listen, you can eat it. Everybody can eat whatever they want. In my mouth, it makes me gag. No.
I think you're overreacting.
1 part rice, 2 parts water. Works with most types of rice, exactly. Satoko, if that's meant to be a trick, it won't work. I'm used to cooking rice with these utensils. First it starts to bubble, then the steam starts to puff. And don't take the lid off no matter what.
Keiichi-kun, you're amazing. This is a little unexpected. Did you learn this at summer camp?
My dad really likes to camping, see? My dad really likes to go camping, see? Whenever summer comes around, our family goes out a lot.
So this means everybody is good at cooking the rice. In other words, the critical parts of this challenge will be the curry.
Curry is Rika's specialty. We'll cream you all.
Call back to when Keiichi's dead. Anyway.
Used to cook my ramen with almost no water and some soy sauce, so the flavor cooks into the noodles. Oh, that's also really nice. I actually like it when I make ramen and the water like almost boils out. So you get like a bit of the stickier sort of sauce on it. And then every time I do that, it's delicious, but then I miss the soupy base.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes when I make the soupy base, I want it that way, but then it's like kind of too late already. Like there's no winning.
How about you decide how you want it when you actually want it?
Yeah, but there's like always regret for the other choice.
Just do half-half.
There's no winning for
Then you can have both ways
no
at the
winning.
same time.
No winning.
Here's my solution how you can be winning, and why don't you listen to me? Just take 2 pots.
Winning.
You lost me at Rika's. Why don't you help with the cooking too?
Maybe Satoko-chan is helping the most by doing nothing at all.
I know that one. What? Can you make that sound again? It sounds like a very small sheep.
The end justifies the means. I just have to win.
That is very true.
That was a pretty malicious comment from Reina. And Satoko took it hook, line and sinker. Reina could only apologize between fits of laughter while Satoko chased her around.
Well now, should we move on to the curry? For now, the battle truly begins.
After rinsing off the carrots, potatoes and other standard vegetables, I grasped the knife.
What will today's curry taste like?
As Reina hummed along, her very well-practiced hands wielded her knife. The rhythmical sound of a knife hitting the cutting board harkened to kind images of days long past. Simply put, it was perfect. It was so calm and practiced. I seriously don't stand a chance.
Also, is there only one winner, or is it the loser gets the penalty?
They didn't say. I looked over at Satoko and Rika-chan. Satoko was in charge of washing the vegetables, while Rika-chan was in charge of peeling them. That's what I heard being discussed, but Rika-chan's knife skills are something else as well. She was happily rotating the potato and peeling it quite quickly.
If there's one thing I hate, it's peeling potato.
I hate peeling anything.
Especially peeling small potatoes.
Yeah. That's why I just eat them with
so
a peel.
Annoying.
On top of that, the peel spanned the entire potato. What was that called again? Katsuramuki? I've heard that peeling a vegetable in one loop around like that is a highly regarded technique. She picked up a peel from the sink and carved a pair of eyes into it with her knife.
It's a snake! Roar!
That is so cute. Saying that, she placed the longly peeled potato skin on top of the head of a boy from her group. She wasn't even breaking a sweat. When it comes to Rika-chan and cooking, I couldn't even hold a candle to her. But roar. Do snakes make that sound? They do now. They know what's good for them.
I don't mind peeling an orange. I feel like peeling an orange is always a whole operation.
I have very early on in our relationship made the mistake of trying to peel a mandarin for Tifa.
Mandarins are okay. Oranges are the issue.
The thing with like citrus fruit like oranges, mandarins and stuff is like you peel the orange peel part off, and then usually there's like white, I don't know what it's called, like tissue,
Veins.
skin, veins, sinew. There's this like white stuff stuck to the fruit. Pith. Pith.
Well,
Thank you, I didn't know that's a word.
I prefer the name veins, but
It's not veins, you fool.
it's basically veins.
So when there's
Mandarin veins.
when there's pith on there, no, it's not like I said piss. Don't piss on your mandarins, people. So I got the most of that off, and when I gave it to her, and when she gave me this sneering look like disgust, because why was there still pith on there? Like you could still see it under a microscope. So I went back, took a knife, and I gave her the most perfectly peeled mandarin.
Also,
For
that
that
wasn't
one
a
mandarin,
mandarin.
I took like 45 minutes.
That was an orange, and you left basically the whole outer whiting on it. Like
Just
it wasn't
get off
even
your scent.
peeled. Yeah, which I did. Don't even act like I'm that spoiled that I don't peel it myself.
Clearly, there's two versions of the story, and it's up to you to believe the correct one. Can I
With
get
a
my orange
mandarin.
without the veins?
Yeah,
Yes.
with a mandarin, you can just pull the whitings off. That's easy. But with an orange, that's like so stuck to the bloody
Depends
thing.
on the orange. but
And then
yeah.
you have to like actually scrape it off with like a knife.
Or your nails. Or you just
yeah, but a
eat
knife works better.
it. I fucking hate orange. What did oranges do to you,
That's what I
Psycho?
mean, like oranges are a whole operation if you want to cut it. And I usually like cut off the end, and then you cut like thingies on the side, and then you peel off the parts, and then you still have to scrape it off.
They refuse to be eaten.
And then if you're unlucky, when you break it open, you could like basically break through a piece of orange, and then,
And then
it's
the orange
leaking
juice gets all over your
everywhere.
hands. It sounds like a skill issue, Tifa.
That's what I'm saying. It's a whole thing.
It's not a durian. I've never had durian.
Same.
I don't think I ever will, I'm too afraid. Actually, no, that's a lie. We did have canned unripe jackfruit.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Yes. Durian is jackfruit.
Yeah, but it's a different type.
No,
Isn't that
it's the same
isn't
thing.
durian the smelly one?
Yes, that's what you ate, except it was made before it becomes ripe and smelly and apparently tasty.
I'm quite sure jackfruit and... I'm gonna Google this.
I'm gonna wait
different
here a
things.
moment until Tifa learns that durian and jackfruit are two words for the same thing.
Nah. Durian... the same... Jackfruits are fibrous and dense, whereas durians are creamy like bananas. Durian is said to taste like a mixture of cheese, almonds, caramel and onion, but jackfruit is often described as tasting like a cross between mango and banana. It's similar, but an unrelated
Fuck
species.
my life.
I was gonna... It's not even the same.
And that's why it's important to fact check every second thing I say. Not everything, I'm not that bad. But
And this is why I Google it, because I am sure that was incorrect.
when will we make a Tifa fruit?
I'm the
Are
forbidden.
you sure you want that?
I'm like a forbidden fruit. You can't make one.
They both just have spikes. Jack's world crumbling down. I am so wrong so often. I've gotten used to it, but I was so sure that jackfruit and durian are the same thing.
The thing is, I want to say 96% of all cases where we argue about something, you're
right.
wrong.
Yeah, I'm right.
No, you're wrong.
Yeah, I'm right.
I'm starting to keep up with this, and in the majority of cases, you are wrong. And you refuse to believe that you're wrong too.
Every time you get up and you go back like this, I'm worried that you're breaking the cable.
I
so
was
I wasn't
doing
paying
the-
attention. What?
Oh, for some reason I thought Ranger redeemed sit like a human, but it was hydrate.
No, please
Well,
enjoy a drink and thank you for
cheers
having her be
anyway.
so afraid of your redeems that you made her sit like a human. And yeah, of course it's a durian
Cable
kit.
is fine though.
That's why it's $5 more. Yes, exactly.
Even though jackfruit is also ridiculously expensive.
Can be. I mean, they're exotic fruits over here. It's not like they grow here, you know.
Nah, that jackfruit used to be cheap until the whole vegan
You can
hype.
make vegan pulled pork from it.
Exactly. When that started to become, let's say, a trend, like vegan has become a trend, fair is fair over the years.
Yeah,
That's when the price like doubled.
that's true.
That used to be like $1.50 a can, and now they charge like $4.50.
You know what I say
We
to
don't
that?
really buy it, but still.
You know what I say to that? Alright then, how's Mion doing? She's definitely just fumbling along. There's no way she can peel a potato so effortlessly like that. Absolutely no way. This can't be. You've got to be kidding me. This is a trick. She's using special effects. Where's the wire? She's definitely using a wire.
Here, take a look-see.
As if she had already won, Mion proudly showed me the elongated potato skin.
You didn't know, Keiichi? Me was taught how to cook by a grandma, who is a chef.
Who is an ancient Indian who invented curry.
Not just cooking. From sewing to flower arrangement to playing the koto. From marksmanship to radio operation. Even helicopter piloting is but one of the myriad things she can do.
At least half of those things were jokes, right? Because I'm beginning to believe everything. Strangely enough, the latter items were more realistic.
She's from a rich, big family. It's not the weirdest thing.
Well played indeed. You can't fly a helicopter, Jack? I mean, in like GTA I can, but not in real life.
How hard can it be, right? You just move the stick up and down.
Exactly, just do something. Just press the buttons. A koto is like a sitar, a form of standing guitar.
I have seen those
amazing.
things.
That was the first 3 items on my list that really seemed like a lie.
She's actually really good at cooking. It's just such a hassle that she never does it though.
Damn it!
Good point.
I'm also really good at cooking, especially Chinese food.
Keiichi, boiling something and pouring it into a bowl doesn't count as cooking.
Shut down before I could even say it. Wait, I feel like something is lost in translation where I'm really good at cooking Chinese food. Boiling it, throwing it into a bowl isn't the same. Are we talking about like instant ramen?
Yeah, but you didn't say the Chinese food out loud.
Yeah, but then he feels shot down. So, is Chinese food a euphemism for like instant ramen?
Maybe he's just talking about like a stir fry? Well, it's not really boiling, is it? Well, I don't know.
Me unlike me for real. It's still a lot of work, I get it. It's like a dulcimer.
What's
Now
a
you said
dulcimer?
another word I don't understand.
Too bad for you. Today, Keiichi-san shall be assured languishing in defeat all alone.
Clank! Tough words from somebody who can't even cook by herself.
Rika!
That was mean.
There. I'll destroy Keiichi for you. And then he's gonna win.
God, this does not look good. Everybody is smirking at me. Don't raise the white flag yet, Keiichi Maebara. Don't throw away this match. Calm down and think. Not about how to peel these potatoes well, but how about how to win this challenge. There's too many people watching. I'm going to work at another sink. Saying only that I gathered up all the vegetables and left that spot behind.
Will Keiichi-kun be alright? I'm worried he might cut himself with his knife. Let's see what Kei-chan's doing.
No matter how hard I try peeling these, if I slip up at this speed, I'll lob my fingers right off. Then, there's only one thing left to do. Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun. Oh, you guys were in a group of 4, huh? It was the 2 underclassmen that had become my sworn brothers ever since the event at the toy store last Sunday. I had been paired with 2 girls from their group.
I'm the other kid now.
Yeah. Yep. Both the girls are pretty good at cooking.
So both of us can just mess around and we'll be okay.
Both of them pointed at the girls. They're not as good as Reina, but they were both good enough at handling a knife. I'll get straight to the point. At this rate, I'm going to lose this contest. Give me the vegetables your group has peeled already. Maebara-san, that's pretty much theft. But depending on what's in it for us...
In other words, it depends on the terms of negotiation.
Quite bold of you guys. Well, that's to be expected.
So these poor girls peeling and every single time they put it down, one is gone.
This feels like too much of cheating, but... Well, that's to be expected. Then let's do this. If I win, I'll let you eat the curry that Satoko and Rika-chan's group makes. How about that? I don't know about that. Both of them were hesitant after such a weighty proposal. Just one more little push seems in order. Very well, then let's make them an offer they can't refuse. I pulled both of them close by the shoulders and made my offer in a hushed tone. And of course, that includes the part that Satoko and Rika-chan I've already eaten some of. I'll even throw in the spoons. It's like an indirect kiss.
I never got this weird.
Yeah, same. All is fair in love and war games. Yep.
But then again, I shared my candy with everyone at school, so...
Yeah, let's not talk about that again.
Maybe that's why I don't get why this is such a thing.
Mm-hmm. Your sound effect.
Sploosh!
A red mist spouted vigorously from the noses of the 2 underclassmen.
Keiichi-san is also pretty good at this. Those are some very nice potatoes.
Having brilliantly cleared vegetable peeling challenge, I returned to my comrades in triumph.
Wow, amazing, amazing. Keiichi-kun's peeling is really good.
Does anybody care about the peeling? I mean, I've never been to a restaurant.
Doesn't need to look nice.
Yeah, like if you peel really badly, like with a peel still being on spots, yes, fair. But beyond that, I've never been at a restaurant or at a takeout place or whatever and went like, oh my god, these were not peeled to perfection, I can't eat this mess. Like, never once.
That's not quite right. What Keiichi has bared isn't a potato, but his fangs.
Yeah, I'm super serious about this. I'll crush you all. Having finished with preparing vegetables, next is to boil a pot of water, then add the vegetables in order of which takes longest to cook. I learned this part from my mother when we went camping. But just cooking in order, it probably won't garner a lot of points. Look over at Reina, she had a variety of vegetables cooking together in a delicate balance. She wasn't being ambitious or calculating a way to win the game. She was making delicious food with a mother's touch. I have a feeling that I could somehow compete with Mion in terms of technique, but I would be no match for Reina. She was way out of my league.
When my mother makes curry, you see, she always uses lots of ingredients. That's why Reina's curry uses a lot of ingredients as well. Also, I would think they get like a recipe from the school that they need to follow.
No, that might just create poison.
It seems to be like a freestyle.
Yeah.
Do what you want. I really wanted to take all night and stew it nice and slow.
When, like, for protein, a group of children just runs off to the next farm, butchers a cow, just slices it right off.
These 5-year-olds.
I mean, if MMOs have taught me anything, if the mob is big enough, any enemy can be taken down.
That is true.
That would be so messed up. Like, imagine you are like a farmer and you like look outside and you see one of your cows out of the pasture
being overrun,
being stabbed like by like 16 school children who just want like food.
Like you just have like this poor chicken like doop, 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 and it's only
at least Tifa, stab your chicken in a way that it refocuses the camera. But yes, something like that. Also, did you just stab the chicken? With a back clipper.
I'm not even sure what that's doing here.
There.
Beautiful.
Actually, that looks horrible. I could use that for my ponytail someday.
Yeah, you can just like use that too.
It looks better like this. I beg of you. Will you please help just a little with my curry?
No. This is one of our club activities.
No.
Reina won't lose.
No, when she enters club mode, even the normally kind Reina becomes an enemy. It's like Rika-chan is cooking apples as well. Oh, she's like a pro at this. How about Mion? What? Mion, you... What the heck is that? Where did you get the meat from? Like I just said.
I predicted what we would be doing today by looking at the schedule. So I prepared accordingly. My curry is going to be marvelous.
What are those? Upon closer inspection, it looks like Mion brought her own vegetables and spices and other ingredients. They were spread all over the place. Mion, just for today, you brought all the stuff from your house. Objection!
She already knew this would be a challenge.
Chia-sensei, there's no way this is allowed, is it?
Objection overruled. As long as it makes for delicious curry, anything goes.
That normally serious teacher to go so far as to append a star to the end of a sentence. How do you pronounce the star? Just as the rumor said, she's a through and through curry freak.
Reina and Rika-chan are naturally gifted chefs. I've come with thorough preparations. And? Kei-chan, what about you?
It's hopeless. In the grand scheme of cooking, peeling the vegetables is only a small part of it. The hurdles I must overcome are just too numerous and too high.
Maebara, over here.
I was thinking, was it you or me?
I have no clue.
Turning around, I saw the voices calling me belonged to the two underclassmen from earlier, Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun. What's up, you guys? What's up with that pot? Is that from your group?
Switch this with your pot before somebody notices. I think that the curry the girls from our group made at the very least is better than what you could make. Wow.
You guys? For me?
Taste it first.
Don't get wrong idea. If I don't win, that is... Oh, that's right. If I don't win, then the talk of eating Satoko and Rika-chan's curry goes right out the window. It seems like you guys are getting riled up about this too.
He could still do that just for them offering the help.
Yeah.
If they were smart, they shouldn't have gone, oh, if you win, but for doing this, we get that.
Sorry, I'm in your debt. But I'm surprised the girls in your group agreed to this.
Maebara-san, we're also serious about this.
Filling in on day duty 3 times. These guys, to assure me victory, have paid the price. That gaze filled with burning conviction for my underclassmen. Yeah, I'm not fighting this alone. I'm fighting this with everyone. Leave it to me. Save some room, boys. I'll definitely let you eat your fill.
We shall be eagerly awaiting your victory.
At least taste test it.
It's a gas stove, so controlling the heat is easy. All that's left is to let it stew a bit. The delicious smell of curry began wafting upwards. The pot gifted to me by my 2 underclassmen certainly drew some double takes. Rina even looked surprised when she came to take a look, so it must be pretty good.
Kei-chan, you're pretty good. It looks like this will be a good match, right to the bitter end.
Bitty end.
The pity end.
Reina wants to eat Keiichi's curry.
Rina's curry and Mion's curry too. Everybody's a worthy opponent. I've done my very best, but I'm not sure of the outcome.
Keiichi-san, Rika's calling you. Go see what she wants.
What? As I move the keyboard. Rika-chan's calling me. What could it be? Well, whatever. While I'm at it, I can gather some intelligence on the enemy. No, don't go away from your pot. No. They're gonna throw something in there.
Do you think they would really do that?
Yes.
That seems like too much.
No. That sounds exactly like something they would do, especially Satoko. Rika-chan was doodling on the ground in front of a pot. Because all that's left is to let it stew. Even then, it's good to know that she doesn't leave the stove unattended. Like I am right now. Hey, Rika-chan, how's yours doing?
It's Mr. Curry.
Huh?
Egg.
Hello,
Mommy.
Mommy. Happy Friday. How are you doing? And also, happy Mr. Curry to you. Rika-chan was doodling something strange and introduced it as Mr. Curry.
Mr. Curry is amazing. He shoots beams from his eyes. Pew pew.
Apparently Mr. Curry shoots beams from his eyes.
Potatoes or carrots.
Drawing a beam with a stick, she etched a line towards my feet. Does this mean I've been shot with a laser? Whoa! Barrier! Beam reflect! I took another stick in my hand and reflected the beam, striking Mr. Curry.
Mr. Curry can shoot missiles from his stomach. Phew!
She is so cute. Whoa! Maebara super electromagnetic barrier and retaliatory beam.
Mr. Curry absorbs the beam energy and fires his impulse wave cannon.
Rika-chan and I scratched at the ground, thoroughly engrossed in our doodle war. Wait a moment.
She's distracting us. Mr. Curry kind of sounds like me for real. So you shoot beams from your stomach?
No, beams from the eyes, missiles from the stomach. Get your facts straight.
Sorry,
I know, right?
sorry. How could I make that mistake?
That's something usually guys don't talk to in front of the girls, you know, sometimes. Like, when we go to the bathroom, that we just have to take care of the missiles and the laser beams? What, do you see laser beams coming out of my eyes right now? No, it's because we took a break and earlier I did my business.
No, you made it weird. I shot you.
Yes, see? Exactly. It just happened. It's a natural part of a human body. Hey, Rika-chan? You called me here for a reason, right?
Yes, I called you. But I've already fulfilled my purpose. No, they are sabotaging.
Jack telling women all our secrets. This is a learning stream. Always has been, always will be. At that moment, a chill ran up my spine.
I won't tell anyone.
Already fulfilled her purpose.
No, what did they do?
They got me! Headed back to my pod, standing there just as I feared was Satoko. With no questions asked, I drop-kicked the back of her head. That's rough.
What do you think you're doing? You know better than to do that to a lady's head.
Who cares about that? Satoko, did you mix something in with my
How impertinent. I haven't fallen that far.
But Mion has.
Despite what you may think, I'm a fair person, you know.
And what's this incomprehensible line of ladles and plates? Leaving them all in these unstable positions. If they fall over, what will you do? At that moment, a gentle breeze blew by, knocking over a ladle that was stood up on its end. The ladle, like a domino, fell over and knocked over the next cooking utensil in a row. That sounds like dubstep. Do it again. Can you drop the bass?
No.
Okay, keep going. Skip dim dim. Our beatbox album releasing soon on iTunes.
No, I mean I do see laser beams coming from your eyes.
Oh god, no, don't look.
I feel like Mr. Curry would shoot carrot beams.
Something like that. Do I need to call an ambulance? No, she's making those sounds voluntarily. She can stop, she just doesn't want to. This is art.
It really is.
Come to think of it, Domino World Record Challenges were quite the rage on television a while back.
Do you smell toast? Yes, but that's because I had toast before we started streaming.
That is true. I was there. I witnessed that.
So the answer is yes.
Toast with Nutella.
Keiichi, the frying pan!
I didn't even have time to react. The chain reaction. The chain reaction knocked over a cutting board, then a frying pan. The next after that was my pot.
Crash!
I love how you made sounds but said the word at the same time.
Alright.
That's art too. The fry pan struck my pot full force, tipping it over. The contents cruelly spilled out, and now my masterpiece was being sampled by the schoolyard. I stared, dumbfounded. It was such a beautiful and elaborate mousetrap that for a moment I lost touch with reality.
That's mean though. That is mean.
Oh my, this is a catastrophe. I didn't do anything, you hear me?
Kinda a dick move, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's good. That went too far.
I hate people throwing food away for no good reason. We don't usually throw food away, do we?
No, almost never.
We're really good at just buying things and eating it before it needs to be thrown away. We also have a luxury of being able to go to a grocery store whenever we want. It's like right nearby. But that's besides the point. But destroying somebody's food is such a dick move. Besides,
especially if it's for a grade too.
Yes. So it's for a school thing. Plus, this was for the people that let us use the building. Like, bitch.
Yeah.
At the very last moment, I had let my guard down. I ignored the culinarily incompetent Satoko for far too long. Even if she couldn't cook, Satoko still had this method of fighting back. Just when Reina, who had been sampling her own pot, let out a scream.
What? Reina's curry is salty? Salty?
Was Reina also sabotaged? Then what about Mion?
My rice is salty. I've been had. Oh, that's so mean to all of them.
With this, all the obstacles in my way have been taken care of before the fight even begins.
All that effort wasted. So sad. So sad.
Does anybody have a hatchet? Because I think if we quarter Satoko, everybody has enough to still make
Hey, Rika was in on this too. They both came up with this.
But she gets away with it because she's cute.
Oh, let's see which card you're pulling.
So very, very sad.
Rika-chan and Satoko rubbed my dumbfounded head to their heart's content.
That's really mean.
Pushing the desks together, it was about time for the meals to be judged. The delicious odor of curry spread throughout the courtyard. The members of a forestry service to whom we owed gratitude for their daily work were guided to their seats. The principal gave a bit of a ceremonial introduction. Next, the teacher expressed her desire for them to judge the curry contest.
So where was the teacher during all of this?
Slacking off, not realizing that there were kids running around ruining perfectly good food.
Especially when our pot fell over.
Yeah, I see Jack is firmly on Team Rika, yes. Out of all of these girls that we've met, so far, Rika is by far my favorite.
I like Satoko more.
You are very much a Satoko in real life. Yeah. Tifa would be a real life 100% Satoko if it wasn't for me. I want to say that.
That's so true.
No, listen, the same way you made me from being an asshole into a halfway decent human being over the last 14 years, 13. I have also made you not act on your impulses as much.
Yeah, fine, maybe a little.
And if left to your own devices, I fully believe at some point you would have gone feral and reverted into your Satoko form.
I would absolutely not.
Then why do you laugh like that? That's laughing like,
I would not do this. Because I know if I would even do that, I would feel so guilty for the rest of my life.
Instead, you would have eaten the curry.
Of course I would eat the curry, but
See?
I wouldn't eat all.
You would leave just enough for it to be taste tested, but you would have eaten like 99%.
I see the importance of this.
Uh-huh. The man from the forestry service seemed to like that kind of thing and gave enthusiastic approval.
Well then, is everybody finished? We'll now have all the judges sample your cooking.
Everybody in the class brought up their painstakingly made curry and arranged them on the desk. The only club members who managed a decent result were Rika-chan's group. Knowing full well it was a failure, Reina plated her curry for the judges. She already knew she was going to get a low score.
Well, maybe she found something to negate the saltiness.
But at least she was still able to serve hers. Both Mion's and my curry were completely obliterated, so we couldn't even line them up on the table. What happened to Mion's? I thought it was just the rice that got salty.
I guess something else too.
The judges started from the curry made up by the lower grades. We had a lively discussion praising the food. Finally, it was our curry's turn. Next up is Ryugu-kun's curry. Yes, this looks quite appetizing. The principal cheerfully shoveled a spoonful of Reina's salty curry into his mouth. Of course, his expression immediately changed.
Oh my, what happened, Ryugu-san? It seemed so delicious when you were cooking it.
Chie-sensei must have had some expectations judging from her disappointment.
Well, I'm sorry. I might have added a bag of salt by accident. A bag.
If it's that salty that you believe a bag has been added, if you're ever in the situation, don't eat it.
At that point, throw it away.
If you eat too much salt, you will die. That's not a joke. You can look that up. Horrible things have happened when people misjudged and accidentally took salt instead of sugar. Because the amount of sugar you can eat is way more than the amount of salt your body can handle. That can kill you, and it will if you overdo it.
Some little shits ruining perfectly fine food, yes,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
The rest of the judges grimaced after they each had a bite.
Okay, so it must have been really bad.
I feel sorry for them. Failure is but the seasoning for success. I'm looking forward to next time. Do your best. Saying that, the principal devoured the rest of the oversalted curry in one go. Truly a man amongst men. Reina was down and out. Her offensive capabilities were something else, but she was defeated due to her weak defense. I think you can still save the rice if you wash the rice with some water.
True, the rice...
Potentially.
The rice could still be a thing, but I'm guessing something else happened to Mion's food as well. Or you serve it without rice.
Yeah, I mean that.
It has potatoes and stuff in it, so you're good.
Yes, you could do that. And the too salty curry you could potentially save if somebody has curry that is not salty enough and you like mix them.
Not with a whole bag in there.
Yeah, no, a whole bag is going to...
If you throw in a teaspoon too much, yes. If you throw in an entire bag, no.
No way.
There's no saving that. Well then, please savor our curry next. I see that Fruit-san's group put a lot of effort into that curry. Let's see here. It's simple, but very nicely done.
Star. There was also the incident with Reina's salted curry right before this, so the judge's assessment was extraordinarily high. Maybe not just extraordinary, but perhaps today's forerunner? The judges began a heated debate. One of those judges let out a sigh as he removed a chunk of carrot with a spoon.
Yeah, this kind of curry really isn't half bad. But I don't like carrots, you see.
Personally, I think that carrots are a staple of curry, but I guess to each their own. However, seeing that, Rika-chan read the nameplate of the chest of his coveralls and began to speak.
That's no good, Kyoji. You have to eat your carrots.
What is she saying all of a sudden? Everybody turned to Rika-chan with a stunned look. But what Rika-chan just did was super effective. The carrot-hating judge began stuffing his face with curry while tears streamed down his face.
What sort of complex do you think this dude has? Also, I don't like carrots either, but I feel like in curry, as long as the pieces are small enough, it's fine. Because then it just gets overwhelmed by the other flavors anyway.
Well, the problem with carrots, for me, is I generally like carrots. I eat them raw and I eat them cooked, fried, whatever. But sometimes you get really unlucky and you buy carrots that taste like soap. Like carrots, I'll eat them if they are bland, I'll eat them if they are very carroty, sometimes they're really nice and sweet, that's nice. But sometimes you get a carrot and you put it in your mouth and it tastes like you got like soap in your mouth.
I don't think I've ever had the soapy carrot flavor.
Lucky you.
Just bad carrots. But I wouldn't compare it to soap, personally.
Just make everything taste weird.
I think carrots can definitely add to it, but if I throw carrots into something, I prefer to rasp it. Like in a bolognese, for example, I think it's super nice.
Just that it dissolves into it.
Yeah, but it needs to be like rasped.
Fair enough.
Kyoji, there's seconds if you want them.
Mommy! While crying like that, he continued to shovel curry into his mouth. That's right. Rika-chan's curry was by no means simple. No, that curry had the taste of a mother's cooking. With a carrot-hating judge out of a picture, Rika-chan's assessment was unanimous.
Nobody can stand up to Rika's curry.
Satoko let off a shrill laugh as she declared victory, but at that moment...
Don't be fooled, my esteemed judges. Don't be deceived into thinking that this meager slop is the taste only a mother can provide. What you people actually wanted to eat was this kind of curry, wasn't it?
Oh! All of a sudden, in all its perfect glory, Mion's curry. Not only the judges, but the teacher, the underclassmen, and of course myself could only gasp in admiration. Hamburg steak with a demi-glaze sauce and a fresh salad.
Where does this suddenly come from?
It's a set. It wouldn't be stretching it to say that this was a full-course meal. It's perfect. Perfectly made.
Wait, what?
So in a curry cooking contest, Mion is going to win because she didn't make curry.
What the heck? Or the glaze has a curry flavor.
Oh wait, the meat she had, she ended up not throwing it into the curry, but she like minced it and made burgers out of them. And then she fried that. And the too salty curry she cooked down into reduction to make the sauce.
Yeah, but then it's still salty.
Yeah, but with a sauce that you just have a little bit over the meat with.
We don't know if the curry itself was too salty. We definitely know the rice.
True.
Amazing, amazing. Mi-chan, you're amazing. Mi-chan, you're amazing.
Satoko was also shocked. Even Rika-chan couldn't hide her surprise. It seems the victor was decided without even needing a taste. Of course, the hamburger was hand-knitted. The salad also had a home-style dressing, but of professional quality. And the curry, not even a micron of grit. What curry? I thought...
I'm so confused. This is sublime. Truly, it tastes the savor, Sonozaki-san. This curry is no doubt a living testimony to 6,000 years of Indian knowledge in beautiful harmony with Japanese cuisine. I am so confused. It says hamburger steak with a demi-glaze sauce and a salad. Where's the curry?
Here, all of a sudden, in all its perfect glory, Mion's curry.
Yeah, and then the explanation. How is that a curry?
Apparently she made that with the curry.
I am so confused. I'm elated. This deserves full marks. I'm giving it 100 points. Aww, you're welcome. I'm just trying to set an example as class representative.
You didn't make the dish. You were supposed to make a curry. And you made extra dishes.
I need to see what this looks like.
Mion bowed politely. And then winked at us with a smirk on her face.
I admit defeat.
There's no way this is happening. I'm certain I sabotaged that pot of rice.
So it was only the rice.
That's right. Satoko had dumped salt into Mion's rice cooker, which should have ruined it.
But there's no rice on that plate either.
At that moment, it hit me. I spun back towards my own canister. But that's why...
She took his rice. I'm so confused about what Mion's plate looks like.
At some point, my cooking canister had been opened, its contents completely emptied. Damn you, Mion! You used my rice! That's no fair! Hand over half of your curry! Mion clucked her tongue and waved her finger at me as a smirk washed over her face.
Whoa there, Kei-chan. You're not taking this seriously enough.
That's smart though.
You gave up at the last moment. I didn't. That's the difference between us. As soon as you give up, it's all over.
Okay, but still, can somebody explain to me why her curry is a hamburger steak, salad, and a sauce?
I stopped wondering that.
Where did the curry and the rice go that they're now talking about again? Gah, I couldn't even properly voice my shame.
Mii-chan, I feel sorry for Keiichi-kun. Just give him at least a little. It's fine, it's fine. This is a lesson. Kei-chan just learned that you shouldn't give up on the contest until it's all over, right?
It loathes me to say it, but Mion is right. To give up so quickly on the match was my own folly. For Mion to have brought that to my attention, I should actually be thankful to her.
You should have just scraped it off the bottom.
Well then, did that mean that even in this situation I shouldn't give up? My curry was overturned while it was still in the pot and I don't even have any rice left. How in the blazes am I not supposed to lose hope in this situation? That's you.
Maebara-san?
Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun suddenly appeared. Damn it! Even though my protégés had tried so hard,
He better gives them that plate though.
I wasn't able to meet their expectations.
It was an accident. There was nothing you could do.
Both of them were dejected. God, I couldn't accept defeat so easily. I was their senior. What would I be if I didn't pick up the broken pieces of a dream I had shown them? I just learned it from Mion just now, didn't I? Don't throw away the contest. Not until the last moment. Think, Keiichi Maebara. Think! Not about how to make more curry, about how to win the match. Ah!
I think the joke is she made something equitable, even if it's not curry. There used to be a place down the street who did a Texas hamburger steak, but now it's a taco place. Yeah, but they even said there was also a curry
And she had the rice.
So she had everything, but apparently there's also a steak and a salad, and I feel like they should have just left that out, because that was just a weird part that's confusing.
Like, I was thinking that way too, Dark Lord. Like, okay, so her curry got ruined, so she made something else with the leftovers she still had. That would have been... I would have gotten that. But we're talking about curry, something else, and then we're back to curry with rice, and it's like...
No.
Oh well.
I don't get it.
I had an idea. I didn't think it could turn the tables, but it was better than nothing. Tomita-kun, come and wash your hands. Help me out. Okamura-kun, there's something I want you to find.
Okay, gotcha.
Both of them dispersed after receiving these instructions.
Oh? How's Kei-chan going to flounder about at the end? Why don't you show me?
Nobody likes a stubborn fool, you know.
Be happy we're not drop kicking you in the face right now. Shut up! Just sit there and watch the last card I have to play. First off, Mion, I'll be taking some of your rice. I won't let you say no.
Technically it's his rice. I don't really care. It's salty after all.
No, her original rice.
I thought the rice she took. It's okay if Reina helps too, right? Keiichi-kun is in trouble right now.
Hearing you say that is very reassuring. Well then, Reina, go make some tea.
Oh, he doesn't trust me.
Next, Satoko. Also Rika-chan. I challenge you to a side bet.
What did you say?
We'll listen to your request.
This was my duty to my two protégés who shed blood, sweat and tears for my sake. Satoko, Rika-chan, if I receive a perfect score, I'll be taking your curry. Nothing for you to eat!
But they need to eat so that he can then give the remains to the guys. Remember? Use spoons and all.
Indirect kisses.
You need to know when to stop joking around. I'll be giving a big no to that.
Oh, it's alright, Satoko. Take him up on it.
Firmly patting the top of Satoko's head, Mion said those words with all the gravitas of a club president.
You handicapped him this much, didn't you? There's no way he can make up for that. So meet him head on. No matter how hard he struggles, he's not going to make a comeback, right?
That may be true, but...
I don't mind. Keiichi, go for it. Yay!
Ganbatte!
Fighto!
What can you make with really salty rice and tea? Are they gonna make mochi?
I have no clue.
You don't use salty rice for that. The judges, seemingly growing tired of sampling the various curries, were debating each entry. From what little I overheard, it seemed that Mion's impending victory was not in question.
By the way, what happened to my Barakun's curry? I still haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, the pot with my curry in it fell over. Is that so? That's a real shame. I may have lost my curry, but that doesn't mean I've lost this contest. I'll have everybody singing my praises. But it's a curry cooking competition.
I don't know why, but all of a sudden in my head it's going beer, 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 tiddly beer, beer, beer.
The Bard's Tale, an amazing game.
Used to be an admiral.
I sold the Norway King.
All his praises.
We shall always sing. Look it up, Tiddly Beer.
It's a really good song. I don't know why suddenly I heard that.
Food, I guess.
I think it's the singing my praises.
My combative posturing had drawn the attention of all the judges. First of all, just be quiet and eat these, please. I'll listen to your complaints after that. This is my cooking!
Blech.
Full food wars.
My Barakun, that's...
Onigiri, huh? The judges smiled wryly at the simple fare that was quite in contrast to the preceding bravado. Reina poured tea into the cups she had brought over from the break room.
He's making a mockery of this. Look, there's not even any filling. It's nothing more than salted onigiri. This isn't even worthy of being called a contest anymore.
That's true. The amount of salt might be a little much, but...
Reina's expression told me that she thought this was a great idea, but it might still not be enough to win the match.
Maebara, is this really enough to make a comeback?
Gentlemen, you did well. It's alright. Just watch. The judges were chewing with their mouths full and sipping at the tea. Nobody was singing praises or awestruck. They were just quietly chowing down.
It seems that Keiichi has learned how to use some rather underhanded tricks. This might be difficult.
Is this like that episode of Futurama where Bender becomes a chef and he makes the best dishes ever by putting LSD into the food?
Yeah, that's right. Reina understands that now too.
What do you mean?
I think MSG here would be the...
Yeah.
Why is everybody just quietly eating that much?
You see, Satoko? That's because the judges are actually...
tired of eating curry. Because they were judges, they had to sample each and every offering. And because they were from small children, because they were made to show their appreciation, they couldn't eat just a little bit of each. Sometimes a man values the amount more than the taste. At those times, rather than rich, mind-blowing flavor, they crave simplicity. They couldn't say it out loud, but it was the tastiest thing they had today. I confirmed that by looking at their eyes as the judges smiled wryly. I'll praise your efforts, but today's contest was about curry. I'm not sure we can give a score for this. The teacher and the principal had folded their arms while they pondered the situation. My underlings, seeing that, saw the small glimmer of hope fade away and grew dejected. Was this little surprise just not enough?
Don't give up, Keiichi.
Mion whispered quietly. That's right. If I didn't push here... No. I'll have you give it a score. If you think that curry and onigiri are really that different, you're sorely mistaken.
Huh? Maebara-kun, what are you saying? How are they the same?
The principal stopped the teacher. It looked like he was giving me one final chance. It's like, no, let him cook. The judges, having eaten their fill, quietly waited for my statement. In its homeland of India, curry is usually eaten with a type of bread called naan, isn't it? Therefore, you could say that this cuisine we call curry rice is something that we have adopted and modified. Just as the teacher said at the beginning, it's a fusion of Indian and Japanese cuisine. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I know what you're trying to say, Maebara-kun. But what does it have to do with onigiri?
It's actually very simple. Both curry and onigiri are things made to let you enjoy eating rice. Rice was introduced to Japan from ancient China. Our agricultural forebears watered the fields, fighting the elements, disease and pests to grow and raise our rice-centric culture.
I gotta say, I feel like he deserves full marks just for this whole speech that he came up with.
Yes, the Japanese people have formulated a plethora of dishes, but those were nothing more than attempts to find ways to enjoy eating rice. In other words, curry and onigiri are both the results of rice culture.
Brilliant speech.
It was scattered at first, but slowly grew into a steady roar. It was a thunderous applause that praised me.
Enough with the nonsense already! I won't accept this! The teachers are only judging curry, you know. This is out of the question. It obviously deserves 0 points.
If he gets even 1 point for serving rice at a curry competition, they need to burn down the school.
You have very good reasons on why this should be allowed.
Yes, and if he served it with a curry, cool.
Miss, Keiichi or Keiichi-kun did his best. Could you please acknowledge that? Today's class was supposed to be about curry. What should we do?
Mion, stifling her laughter, stepped forward.
There's a story about how when a Michelin 3-star chef from France came to Japan, the people from the hotel he was staying at had a whole bunch of ingredients imported from France. But the chef didn't even give them a second glance. I wonder why that was. They were ingredients from his homeland. The chef went to the local fish market and made a dish from fresh fish caught in Japan. The culture of food isn't bound by predetermined rules. It's culture. If you come to Japan, you meld with Japanese culture and make something new. That's how curry and onigiri are the same.
I get what you're trying to say, Mion, but no.
I'm with Psycho, rolled a 20 on speech.
He rolled a 21.
That was a critical.
He rolled a 21 on a 20-sided die. Somehow. It's still spinning.
You gotta give him effort for the speech. I wouldn't have come up with it.
Mion, she was providing fire support. I had to be grateful. The judges were somehow moved by this complicated yet baseless trivia. Let them gaslight, basically.
Hey, talk like you believe it.
A stern
like
look.
Jack usually does when he's wrong.
Yeah, but I'm never wrong, that's the thing.
Well, that's my point.
You see, the thing is, I'm not confident, I'm just correct. So, really, there is no way for me to doubt what I'm saying because it's true.
Whatever you believe.
You know, it might seem arrogant at times, but really, I'm just right. So it hurt me a little to say these things. A stern look washed over the teacher's face as she refolded her arms.
Maebara-kun, your pot of curry was flipped over, wasn't it? Even though I said at the beginning to be careful.
Yeah, and if you had actually paid attention to what the other students were doing, you would have seen that it was not his fault. I'm sorry.
But, as Maebara-kun and Sonozaki-san said, there are no boundaries in cuisine. If it's something that can amaze people, then it's not something that should be discriminated against just because of the form.
Then?
For spilling your pot, minus 20 points. But, just for today, for not giving up and doing your best, plus 20 points. I'll give you 100 points. Full points. Hey! Which means we get to, or the other two get to eat the curry. Good job.
Really,
good job.
though?
Maebara-san,
we did it! My underclassmen leapt at me. A perfect score! We did it! We did it!
They deserve.
The curry was spilled and our rice was taken, but we made a comeback. In the end, Rika-chan's curry also received full marks, so everybody but Reina had a perfect score. Since this contest was outside the scope of regular club activities, there wasn't any particular penalty game, Reina breathed a sign of relief.
But they get to eat the curry.
Now then, as promised, Satoko, Rika-chan, I'll be taking your curry.
But that means we won't have any lunch.
Satoko stomped angrily at the ground in frustration, but the price of defeat was absolute. Is what I wanted to say, but I'll show you some mercy. You can eat half.
Thank you, Keiichi.
My two protégés peered over from the sidelines, tears of joy streaming from their faces.
He's basically tricking them into still getting half the plate.
We exchanged glances, only understood amongst men. We did it, Maebara-san. This is all thanks to you. We flashed each other a thumbs up.
I'm glad these two kids, for all their effort, finally have something they get. Because so far they've only been tricked into doing things but didn't get anything in return.
Yeah, that's true. Now, I just have to give these to my pupils. I've gotten pretty hungry myself. I guess I'll have one of my onigiri. Wait, huh? There was no trace of my onigiri. The ones I had set aside for myself included. As I peered around searching them, the principal clapped a hand on my shoulder. When I was listening to that speech you gave, the rice I was chewing on grew even more delicious. Tifa is glad to see perversion rewarded.
I mean, no, but with this I don't really see the problem of sharing a plate.
Okay, Tifa, here's the thing. Do you have a spoon here by any chance? No.
Why would we have a spoon here?
I'll be using this object as a spoon replacement. So, when you eat curry, you take some rice, some curry, whatever, and you put it on a spoon and then you eat it. I have a feeling that when the two protégés get the plate with the spoons, they'll be doing the following. And they'll be huffing and puffing and very red in the face.
I mean, they seem a bit too young, but sure.
Jack, please. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Tell me. You can hate me for what I just shown you, but you know it was in your mind too. The curry the boys eat, well, it will have an extra ingredient, yes, saliva. Well, yeah, curry is spicy.
Well,
that's true. Could it be that you also ate my share? The principal simply laughed without answering. Seriously?
just gonna eat me on stage.
My eyes half brimming with tears and my stomach rumbling, I was called over by the teacher.
Maebara-kun, because of the circumstances, I had to give you a perfect score, but you understand, right?
Huh? Understand what? There was an odd glint in the teacher's eyes. If I had to describe it, it was curry-colored. Like a pot of stewing curry, her eyes whirled around in a spiral. A chill washed over me. The teacher clutched me by the shoulders and drew me in close until our noses were almost touching. I feel like you have to say this directly into the microphone.
Curry is this world's most respected and sacred of dishes. I will absolutely not allow it to be put in the same category as onigiri. You hear me? Curry was created in ancient India, one of the 4 great river valley civilizations, and was raved about during the reign of King Ashoka and capitalized for the birth of the shaka at the International Food Expo. Michelin twirly, even in the Eiffel Tower was pickled and simmering curry turmeric, whether you are asleep or awake. Curry.
And scene. Okay, that was a trip.
Slightly.
Eiffel Tower pickled? What?
I have no clue what I else said there.
You read that completely. I mean, that. Why wouldn't you?
She's passionate about curry.
Why wouldn't you? Just Satokova.
I was still thinking.
I was still thinking about the Eiffel Tower and for turmeric and for pickles and for Michelin star and for
So wait, why shouldn't I have read that completely though? Did you press or was that a fade to?
No, I did.
Automatically.
There.
Oh well.
Oh, it's a hidden message. SCTWYAAOA. No.
I have no clue.
If there's a hidden message in that, I'm not getting it.
Hey, Keiichi-san, what are you stumbling around for? Cleaning up is a part of cooking too.
Keiichi-kun, your eyes are all curried. Why is that? Why? Curry. Curry. Ahoo.
Curry.
Yikes, she got him, huh? It's okay. He'll be back to normal by tomorrow. Probably.
Curry. It wasn't that long before hunger brought me back to my senses. It would have been even funnier if now he still went curry. I mean, curry is serious business.
I guess, yes. Oh,
How do you recover from all of that?
I thought that was the end of the chapter. I wouldn't mind if we save here.
Why are you so weak?
I'm kinda beat today.
What are you beat from?
From not sleeping.
Tifa,
Same as usual.
why don't you sleep? Why do you hate Higurashi this much?
Why do you even still ask?
Why do you do this to us? Tell me.
I was thinking this was... Oh, I see you refuse to
Yes.
save over the other save file.
Yes. Do you remember that I got... but mostly I got shamed last time? Like, why don't you use more for safe places? Yeah, I will now. You have a point.
Oh yeah, I guess that is true.
I would like to keep going, but clearly with her in this state. Hater. Curry, it's a name and you should know curry, it's
Hey, at least now it's a good moment. And otherwise it might be a really shitty moment later.
Yeah, but the more a cliffhanger ending hurts, the more important it is to do it.
We could have a cliffhanger on Sunday.
There, serious? I'm gonna curse it, Tifa. Can you curse her with good sleep? Because it's like her body is rejecting it. And I don't know why. Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed.
Well, it does.
Like?
I got a new job, stressful times at work.
Have you tried not stressing out about work?
No.
Why not?
Like still getting the hang of things.
On behalf of everybody, Tifa, get good.
The curse is stepping on dog poop within the next month.
Alright, fair enough.
For the coming month, or the entirety of June, I shall look at the ground while I walk.
Yeah, and then you won't notice when a golden retriever flies overhead and poops on your
And
head.
then it poops on my head. Oh, that would be so funny if a bird then shits on my head.
Yeah, imagine she actually dodges the curse for like 31 days. No, June only has 30 days, right? I can never remember. Yeah, 30. She dodges it for 30 days, but on the evening of the 30th. That's a Sunday, so most likely we'll be streaming then. Actually, no, we'll be on a trip then. We'll be in the Netherlands.
Is that our vacation? Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes the chance even higher because
Yeah.
my mom has a dog that needs to be walked and stuff too. For it on the
Evie is
last
onto
day.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, like on the last day or on the last few days, I'll be like, whew, I'm safe. I can like take it easy a bit, and that's when it hits.
Are you ever not on vacation? Yes, right now. We are Schrodinger's vacation people. Until the stream actually happens, you never know. But no, we will be gone the first week of July. And
yeah, we
then,
actually have an entire month still.
and then
ahead of
after
us.
that, we'll be gone 2 weeks in September and 2 weeks in December. But
I don't have December yet.
can you do anything with? You can't sleep. You can't get vacations. Like, yeah, no defense.
Okay.
Oh, good. My birthday is early in July.
Good, then we'll take a vacation to celebrate that too.
Yes. Put in the birthday bot. Then we can all congratulate you.
If
you haven't already.
If you already ever like signed up with the birthday bot, doesn't matter in which Discord channel, it's in there automatically.
Yeah, the bot knows.
It's like
Even if we
Discord
don't.
wide.
Yeah, that's a true thing. I feel like repeating.
Very handy bot.
I feel like repeating my display of what the boys did with the spoons again.
Oh, go for it. That's a good.
I like how
goodbye.
your face moved and you mouthed the word but no sound came out.
Yeah, go for it. That's a good goodbye moment, I suppose.
Extreme close-up of Jack licking a plastic back closer. No, I won't do it.
Like when you do that, I wish I could just press the end stream button and you have like this movie fade in that will
Just keep
go around your
zooming
face and it's like.
Could I actually do that? I don't know, I don't think so. Not with a close-up. Not with it zooming in, I think. No. I mean, it can be done, but I don't know how. So stop giving me ideas and then wonder when I think about them.
It was only for now. It's not for like later. Anyway, but do not worry. We are still here on Sunday. With of course some more Higurashi.
If Tifa manages to sleep in between.
I always will. Do you have any...
Yeah, where's the Pokey?
Put under the keyboard.
Imagine beginning a stream of Pokey but not ending it with Pokey.
I can bring Pokey back. I'm bringing Pokey back. There he is.
We can't zoom into our faces, but we can get Pokey really close to you. If somebody comes in now, we're like, oh god, Pokey jump scare.
Before Tifa wants to sleep at 7:35.
Yeah.
I sometimes do get... I'm sometimes fully knocked out at that time, yes. It could actually be.
Which is why it's so important, Tifa, that you go to the gym with me tomorrow so that you can tire yourself out a bit and then recover all of Saturday, sleep in on Sunday and be fresh and ready for maybe a full-length Higurashi stream for once again.
This is almost a full length.
Yeah, lacking an hour.
I think you're giving me too much of a hard time.
No, I give you too little of a hard time.
No, I don't think so.
I support forcing her to go to the gym. There, it has been decreed by our resident princess.
I don't think it will help, but we'll see.
That's actually true. Exercise will make you feel like you have more energy, but you have to keep doing it for a while to get to that point.
Yeah, we're going.
Do it for the Higurashi,
No, I'm doing it because I already paid.
but also do it for the Higurashi. It isn't meant to help.
That's my punishment game. Yeah, trust me, there will be punishment.
Your reasoning may not be of purest intention, but the outcome shall remain the same.
But if anything, tomorrow at least is not like a course. I do plan on signing up for that on Monday again.
You can do it.
So there won't be as much hell until Monday.
You know the weirdest thing about going potentially to the gym tomorrow?
What?
I'm actually looking forward to the treadmill.
Well, have fun.
I'm pretty sure that tomorrow at some point I will hate having said that now and it will feel like the exact opposite. But right now I feel... I've never felt this way before. I've never felt this way before. I feel like going there. And I need to capitalize on that.
You do you.
When you make a good choice and you don't feel like regretting it, you feel like you actually want to pursue that, that's a good thing. Don't let the tifas in your life tell you otherwise.
Your brain is where the parasites went, I see. Yeah, there is something going on.
I had to go somewhere. It's the same parasites that told me that a durian and a jackfruit are the same thing.
Oh, then you have a lot of parasites that tell you lots of different things.
Are you aware, Tifa, that every time you like steal food off of my plate, technically you also enter a parasitic relationship with me?
Apparently. Next time. Actually, no, I'm not going to finish that line. Instead, I'm going to press the button.
Yeah, please do before you fall asleep and or say even dumber things. We'll be back on Sunday. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Curry.